Alright, good, good, good. We are good to go. Alright, so today, mess around with some Karn post. Pretty basic from my understanding, so nothing too crazy going on here. And let's give it a shot. I got a Maze Mind Tome, big fan. See what happens in a league. There we go. Well, we got paired right away. Enduring Idealist. I will play first. Oof. Yeah, this hand's a keep. I gotta get rid of this. Alright. Alright. So easy keep. Just hope not to get wastelanded. If we get wastelanded, it's a sad time for all parties involved, or half of them. Leyline of the Void. All right. So we're facing like probably the curses deck. So I'm actually gonna Chalice on 0 because they play Chrome Mox. So I'm not trying to get punked out by like Lotus Petal, Dark Rate, Chrome Mox nonsense. Next turn we get the Vesuva, the Cloud Post, and name Helm of Obedience. Which, do I have it in my sideboard? I do have a Helm in my sideboard. Speaking of which. So this is actually a pretty powerful start. Turn 2, Spyglass them. Turn 3, Thought Knot plus Maze Mind. So, feeling pretty good. Yep, they play land tapped. It's great for us. Spyglass you. Let's see what's going on over there. So Curse of Misfortune, Chrome Mox, which we fucking nailed. So Curse of Misfortune is going to come down. Nope, we're gonna Thought Knots here next turn. So we're in great shape. That Chalice on 0 was insane. So yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. We will name Helm of Obedience so we don't get punked out of the game. Yeah, this hand is gonna get bodied next turn. And we drew an Ulamog just to like make sure things don't get out of control. And what's nice is they can't even Karn, thanks to the Chalice. I guess they do run Dark Rit, but they'd have to, yeah, so there's no way. So we're just like in great shape. They play an Urborg, which we knew about, and then I assume they're passing. They are. Ancient Tomb. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This gives us 7. So it's just better to play this. Play a Thought Knot Seer. We're going to snag the Curse of Misfortune. And see what they drew for turn. They drew a Karn. That's frustrating. So the question is, do we take Karn or do we take Curse of Misfortune? They can't play Curse next turn. So they need another. Exactly. So I'm just going to take the Karn because they can't play it next turn. Then we will play Maze Mind Tome. And then just get in there. Oh, or not get in there. But next turn we get to scry at the end of their turn. Try to find something good. Any post land? Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they play the city, which is strange. So did they draw Karn? I guess that was their only land. Oh, they're playing Trinus here. And I will scry. I will scry. Put a stop on my upkeep in case we want to scry again. We're going to draw a Cloud Post. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Uh, yeah, I think we want to top. We want to top that. Just make sure we have enough mana for Ulamog. So we'll top that. We'll play Cloud Post, draw a card with Maze Mind Tome. And then the following turn, they'll curse us, we Ulamog it, and that should be that. So we'll play this, draw a card. See if we got anything good. We do not, so we just get in for 4. And we know their hand is Curse and Chrome Mox. Nothing too scary. Hey, Cathor, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Hope you're enjoying the stream. So yeah, we're in pretty good shape here. I think their hope is that they just draw mana and curse us. Little do they know that the Ulamog is going to come and just make things very unfortunate. Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. So we'll just F6 here. Yeah, they're all in on this curse. So we'll tag, we'll just draw naturally because it just doesn't matter. We just have so much mana. So I guess we could draw a card first. It's another land that doesn't matter, so we can actually go stage, copy a Cloud Post. Then these both make 5. Yep. Yeah, man. No, hey, I'm glad you could stop by for however long. Glad you could join the stream. Yeah, I think at this point it really didn't matter, honestly. Like we're attacking with both next turn. We have Blast Zone, like which answers anything they may have drawn. So I mean, I agree. You definitely could have hit a land. It was just we actually were alright. So we would have drawn for turn, drawn here. So we would have gotten Golos to get Cascading Cataracts. So that would have been pretty good. This match is actually pretty interesting, I think, because we have a lot of cards that don't do anything. Mainly the Chalices. While Chalice and Zero was good there, I think being on the draw is probably not as fantastic. So I probably want to cut Chalices. And yeah, and that's what I think because we don't really have anything else to bring in, so I think just bringing in the ley lines, and then maybe cutting. Oh, maybe a Ballista. No, for Karn to sideboard to get. Yeah, so then we just cut Ballista. There's no creatures we're gonna ping. Bring in the boat. You think just bring it in? Uh, uh, I love the boat, but bringing it in is something. You don't want to get it with Karn? Like that's like um cut what for it? It does kill Karn. I mean if they take down, yeah, it does kill Karn, but we have to naturally have it. But what would you cut? Oops, not for Forsaken Monument. What do we want to cut then? Another Ballista? I mean ballistas don't seem great because again if they have Karn we can't use it anyway. Yeah, I'll leave one just to have in the deck, but yeah, I agree. But yeah, I guess that's true. Um, we might Spyglass Karn, and then we can't use it, so that's fair. I think first Spyglass will probably go after Helm, but yeah. All right, let's try it. I'll bring the boat in. I'll bring the boat in and see what happens. Okay, this match is probably not great with them on the play, since they could just like turn one curse us, and we're in a pretty bad spot if that's the case. I'm gonna keep this. Um, I am not in love with it. It has you know, turn 3, Thought Seer. I mean, you can't really mold anything faster unless you get Ancient Tomb Grim Monolith. Like, and again, we're on the draw, so that our interaction is not stellar. Oops, not that one. They mulliganed. Did they mulligan? They mulliganed to 6. I'm gonna keep it. We have ways to win. We have interaction. Um, we have 5 mana. So I think this is a keep. Definitely not stellar, but it is scary. I agree. But I mean, what are you like? What are we hoping to draw exactly? It's like Ancient Tomb and Sphere of Resistance, and that's if they don't go crazy on turn 1. So that's just sort of my opinion on it. It's like if you're on the play, I agree. If you're on the play, you could go. You could definitely like justify mulliganing to try to get something, but on the draw, it's like they're gonna do what they do. All right, so little Spider-Man meme. We're both Helm decks. They mulled to 5. So let's see if they go Dark Red, Helm us. All right, they pass. I mean, you could say we should mold it like a Spyglass, or we could top deck one, and we don't. I was hoping I could call it out, but yeah, we might lose. I mean, they mold to 5. We just have to hope. I'm really sort of banking on that. Because the whole thing is if we get like turn 3, all right, they just win swamp. So if their play is next turn just to play Helm and they can't activate it, then we get a Karn down. So yeah, I agree. Like I said, on the play, I think like Spyglass or something, but maybe on the draw. So they went swamp, swamp, swamp. Chromox, exile black card, play Helm. Just play Helm. Hope it's not a Karn. All right, it's a Karn. That's a little annoying. So I think they're probably going to get a Helm now. I don't think this is really too bad of a position for us, considering. So they're empty-handed with a Karn. Let's see what they're going to get. If it's probably Helm. Are you gonna liquid metal coating? Liquid metal coating. All right, so we're in a great spot. Like we're in a very good spot. Yeah, we just play Karn and tick up. Um, but now I wish I had my ship in the sideboard. See, so if I had my ship in the sideboard, I could work on their card. But that's neither here nor there. I won't fault you for it. Um, no, but we're genuinely, I think, in a decent spot. They can't helm us. We took them off of mana. Um, I don't think there's anything in their sideboard that they typically would get. They could get a Spyglass, I guess, and name Karn because they're behind on mana. That's a line I could definitely see happening. And if that happens, this is very good for us because we just get a Cloud Post and we have Golos activation. No, we can't activate Golos versus Karn. Son of a bitch. All right, so we may be in a problem if they. So what can happen? They could play Ensnaring Bridge, in which case we would have to use Golos to get Ayavugan, which I hope is in the deck. It should be, right? Yeah, so then we get Ayavugan to get Ulamog. So we have lines. Next turn I can copy Cloud Post for 1-2, tap this. So that makes 1-2-3. Cascading Cataracts is 4, and then we could Thought Seer them. What do we have in the board if we get to use our Karn? We really don't have anything. We actually have to be worried that they don't get to it may sound silly, but we have to make sure that they don't get to play Lattice because we both have Karns and we'll actually deck first. So we actually need to make sure that they don't get Lattice. Um, They have Leyline. Yeah, doesn't matter. Yeah, I know what you mean. We do have to just get a creature in play. They're taking a very long time here. I don't know if they're thinking or if they're just in disbelief. All right, let's see what they're gonna get. Yeah, Spyglass. They're gonna get a Spyglass, I think, to name Karn because they're behind a lot, which is good for us. Uh, because that means we can like play Thought Seer, attack their Karn, and then like we were able to use Golos, so that's solid. Yeah, I mean Lattice Karn is good if there's no creatures in the battlefield. If you have more cards in deck, you win. So yeah, they named this and then played this. Sure. Ah, Forsaken Monument. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna target this, play a land, and play Thought Seer to take the liquid metal coating. And now I think we're in insane shape. They could draw, I guess, land, Curse of Misfortune exactly. Aside from that, I think we have this one. Yeah, play land. All right. So how do we win? Wow, drawing all the cards I can't cast. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Forsaken Monument, and then we go 5 Golos, gain 2 life, get Ayavugan, and then just attack them. Yeah, at this point, right, it doesn't really matter. Yeah. All right. So 1-0, the quick 1-0, solid. Yeah. Yeah, you could Vesuva Cataracts. I mean, that's something, or yeah. All right. So that's good. That's good. I think somewhere on the stream I want to put um, the record. I don't know where I want to do that. Put it like right here, I guess. Boxed. That's all webcam stuff. Header. Yeah, so let me. We have time. Sure. Regular, sure. I gotta lower this font size. It's kind of insane. Something like that. Okay. And where's chat? Okay. Alright. Let's try this. 1-0. Being on the play, just winning die rolls. Let me just tell you, chat, if you could win die rolls, I recommend it. If we are facing a do nothing deck, this hand is excellent. Like we just love to face miracles right now. Um, not not sure what this person plays. Um, hmm. God, this hand is great against a do nothing deck. It just we had the Thought Seer. I would Thought Seer on 3 to be safe, and then you're just like Ayabugan win. It's hard to mulligan this. I'm gonna keep this. I mean, if they have like This is only super like even against a wasteland deck, it's like reasonable. We have a couple lands. I mean, again, yeah, in the dark, like I'm gonna keep it. It's like it's nice having like a lot of lands versus wasteland. And it's nice going like Cloud Post, Glimmer Post, Eye. All right, I like saying Ponder. That's not a turn one Delver. Definitely not as scary. So it is going Cloud Post. Let's see if they have the turn two waste. They do not. That's pretty good. They shuffled off the Ponder. Wow, this is turned out to be pretty decent. If they go like, I doubt. No, there's no way it's like show and tell, right? Like blue green show and tell is not getting a trop on turn one. Sure. What's happening here? Petty theft or plow? Yeah, if you're like a Bant combo deck, sure. Sure. So you draw a card. You're gonna brainstorm now to hide a good one. Nope. All right. So we're in what I don't want to say it's garbage time, but I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take Ur's not even scary right now. I'm gonna take Ponder. It looks at the most cards. Like I asked for a slow and dirtily deck, and we got one. So like this is the one where like you have to win game one because you're gonna bring in like back to basics and all this stuff against you. Sure, play the arrow. Yep. And then play a Misty. Okay, so we know the whole hand. Ulamog off the top would have been nice, but next turn we'll have what 4, 8, 12, 12 mana, and it'll cost 8 for. And they play an island. Or do they just play the plains? What do they just play? Yeah, Snow Covered Island. Are they just gonna play the Uro? Alright, I'm gonna eye now, just in case they're trying to hit like Blue Source and Stifle. So they have Ice Fang, Teferi. You would have taken Uro? Yeah, that's fine. I just didn't want them to look 3 cards deep. I mean, because I'm gonna hit a land and like a white source here anyway, so. I can see the argument. Like they have to hit plow, right? Like the whole thing is they just need to hit a plow here. So we know that again. They can't even play Ice Fangs. Their hand is just like Teferi. Uh, they have a lot of. I guess there's a chance we could take them off white. Well, these decks normally run like 1 plains and like 1 or 2 tundras. We can go after the green since Uro is, or they have double Ice Fang, so why not? Let's take a green source, sure. Do they draw a Stifle for the cast trigger? That'd be frustrating. Oh, brainstorm, sure. Oh, they're gonna try to what force it? I mean, I guess if they can find, they want to find a plow or a force. So if they force this, I feel fantastic. Next turn we have 4, 8, 12, 16 mana. We just search it up and do it again. So we're in pretty excellent shape. Yeah, they forced it pitching an Ice Fang. That's very good. Unless they drew exactly back to basics. If they drew back to basics, it's super bad. And they played a land, so we know 3 of the cards that are amongst their hand and the top of their deck. Alright, Teferi's not back to basics. And they take down the draw card. Sure. So we know their hand is Ice Fang. That's another just phenomenal draw. I wish we had Emrakul in the deck, but hey. So 5, 10, 15, 20 mana. So I'll have 21 mana minus 7 is 14 mana, 8, and then I could play Golos as well. Sounds pretty good. It sounds pretty good. And we'll just tag White Source, White Source. What do you think? And they conceded. Okay. Okay. That's again, game one is the easy one. Game one is super easy. Now we have to beat the back to basics. How do we beat back to basics? Looks like we don't with this deck. Just like there's really nothing. You have to just Ulamog it away or Ugin it. Yeah. I don't even know if we sideboard. You could argue that you want to bring in Leyline for Uro, but then they just Teferi bounce it or Brazen Borrow it. In my experience, so I'm just gonna run it back. Yeah, I know some slow decks no, but a deck just like a mid-rangey deck just won with like 3 or 4 stifles. It was bug though. It wasn't banned. So I was like, honestly, some people just jam like 3 stifles in any deck just because they can. I'm gonna keep this Maze Mind Tomb on turn 1. Name all the 6. Uh, we can go turn 1 Cloud Post, turn 2 Vesuva Cloud Post, and Maze Mind, but that really leaves us up for back to basics. They kept 6. Forsaken Monument. I was trying to think how we win. I guess we could play a Cloud Post. I'm almost positive they'll have back to basics, but on the off chance they don't, the upside is a lot higher. And then also Maze Mind Tomb will let us scry. If they actually have to go turn 1, turn 2 pass, their hand could be absolute garbage. Vesuva here, Maze Mind Tomb. The one thing we do have is Basalt Monolith and Forsaken Monument is infinite mana, so yeah, I think we need to start with a Cloud Post. As awkward as it could be, I think it's still right. Maze Mind Tomb looks great here. Let's see if this is going to get wilted or if it's an Ice Fang. Oh, okay. They just drew a Terminus because they had it slowed down. Honestly, if they don't have it exactly here, we are in very good shape. If they don't have back to basics at this exact moment, we do have a lot of like good force targets for them. So we'll just see how it goes. If they fetch a plains here, that's bad for us. Or an island, yeah, because they're messing up their mana just for the back to basics. So. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's so good. Unless they had back to basics with only 2 lands and didn't hit a third land, we have a very tiny shot. They're pondering. Let's see if they shuffle. They chose to shuffle, but they found a land. Okay. So let's scry here. Try to find maybe a Thought Knot Seer. A Glimmer Post. Glimmer Post here would give me 7 mana, which is kind of insane. It's actually a lot different than 6 mana, because I can go Basalt Monolith. I can go Forsaken Monument and this. So I'm going to top. I guess technically Ancient Tomb of Ancient... No, because I would have to tap it. Yeah, so... Let's see if they're going to wilt this. You would keep Glimmer and play Basalt. So if we could play Forsaken Monument, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And actually try to go off with Basalt Monolith this turn. We have infinite mana this turn if they don't have any counter spells. So you can lead with Forsaken Monument and then play Basalt because you get an extra mana off the Glimmer Post, and you have infinite mana if they happen to not have it, then that's, you know, pretty good. So I think I'm going to go Forsaken Monument first. And hope the hand is like arrows and stuff. The thing is, this is nice because we can still just Chalice on one if they force this. And we still have Scrying. Yeah, I mean, if they have Force and Back to Basics, like, nothing beats that, right? So, if they have Spell Pierce here, I guess I would feel bad that they didn't Chalice on one first, but I doubt they play Spell Pierce. I mean, look, because no matter how we play this, if they have Force and Back to Basics, we lose. So, because, yeah, so they have Force. Okay. Let's see what they're pitching. Shark Typhoon. Okay. So now we can play Chalice on one or draw a card with Maiden's Mind. I'm going to play Chalice on one, I think. Yeah, because like even if I lead with Basalt, and then they're just gonna hold the Force then for like my Ugin or something. So they don't have a back to basics. What did they keep? I'm gonna bottom the Cloud Post. We have enough mana right now. The question is, do I want to activate on my upkeep? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. Do it. It looks like they're holding up Force Negation Hardcast. So actually, I think I'm just gonna draw for turn first. Ancient Tomb again. Draw a card here. We can actually Chalice on 3. Is it worth Chalicing on 3? It stops the Teferi and back to basics and Force Negation if they have it in hand, so it'll bait the Force Negation. I'm actually going to play a Chalice on 3. Yeah, here's the Hardcast Force Negation that we knew was coming. But so I like playing Chalice on 3 because it's a must. That's an absolutely must answer. Alright, the Force Negation we knew about. Now we have the Chalice on 1. They keep passing, so they must have kept the hand with just like infinite counter magic. And we just rip it, so GG. GG. Just GG, well played. Though I can wait one turn to hold Caracas, but no, I'm just going to get Jamie. Who the fuck am I kidding? And we got it. Wow. Sometimes you just got to force it. just went through force wall, force negation. They I don't know how they kept the hand without back to basics though. Like we were just stone cold to it. All right. Sick. Yeah, how does the Guido? How does this look? The chat? Can you see it, or is the text too small? Like on my stream? Yeah, it's pretty small. Hold on. See it? It looks pretty small from here. Like I'm not watching it on the stream, but it does look a little small. I gotta see if I can what is this? I don't even know. Always show messages. Clean font settings. There we go. Font size. Let's see how this looks. Is that better? You can't really see like the person's name, I guess. But I don't know if there's like a cleaner way to do it. It's better, right? Yeah. So it seems to be a little better. Hmm. Oh well. Oh, it's a work in progress. That's what I'll say. The pronoun. Okay, let's see what happens for on the play again. Just the skill. We're just that good of a Magic player. So turn one sphere of resistance. This is a game. So this is going to play a lot different than our other games. The other games are like a ton of mana and threats. This is just like piss people off. Yeah, I'm down. I mean, turn one sphere of resistance is good against almost every deck in Legacy. So let's just do it to it. Turn one sphere, turn two sphere. Ugh. All right, it's in there. Verdant Catacombs. How's another sphere? Let's just ruin someone's day. Trop Verdant. Is this some sort of a loam deck? What's going on over here? Gonna ponder? 3 mana ponder? 3 mana green. Oh, is this infect? This is infect, right? Like 100% fucking infect. Oh man, this is like an actual. Yeah, no, this is like an actual playable start versus infect. And now we can chalice on one, or we can basalt monolith to make an insane ballista next turn. No, I'm gonna basalt monolith because I'm gonna bro my ballista next turn is gonna be look at that 3 mana ponder. 3 mana ponder. Yeah, being on the play, highly recommended. They would have had a turn one noble. Like being on the play is so much better than being not on the play. And next turn we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. So that's a 4/4 ballista. It, I can't play it though. I need 12. Let's see what happened with them. They did not shuffle. What do we got going on here? I mean, I have a lot of options. Next turn, let's see, Caracas. We can chalice on one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for this. We can't chalice on one and play the other monolith. So do we want to chalice on? Can we die next turn to the Noble Hierarch? I don't believe so. Invigorate cost 2, Berserk cost 3. Like, there's no way we're dying to Noble Hierarch, right? So, I'm gonna chalice on one here, I think. Or I have fucking Blast Zone. Like, like it doesn't even matter, right? Um, and they can force me here though. They can force me, so I'm gonna play chalice on one, I think. Chalice on one seems pretty good. And if we want, we could like end of turn, blow up Blast Zone to like stop them from countering anything. They're fetching for what, Dryad Arbor? Nope, just a forest. All right. Sure. Get in for one. Okay. So they may actually kill us. I guess. I guess if they have Force Will. Um. I guess this turn I would have played a Blister for like 2. Maybe that was worth it. Yeah, maybe it was worth it in hindsight. Maybe I got greedy. Um. Play another Monolith. Oh, fucking Ink Moth Nexus. Yeah, I don't really care about that. Forsaken Monument. That's infinite mana. So we have the win, but they definitely have a force will, right? Um, so we can blow up this. So they 100% have force will. Let's blow this up. Get rid of the noble. So what we could do is, I mean, we can cast it for infinite, right? But again, I don't have to like. I can just play the ballista, I guess, and then pump it, like show them. And then because we just have infinite mana, but this definitely is getting forced. Oh, they conceded. Wow, no force. All right, easy game. Easy, just easy game, huh? Magic is easy fucking game. Being on the play is just so fantastic. We really don't have. We could bring in Chalice and Walking Ballista because Karn is probably very slow versus them. Like I doubt Karn is doing absolute shit. So we can actually just cut Karn, bring in them. You can even bring in Skyship, I guess. And you can cut. Ugin seems really expensive and slow. You think we're ever gonna cast Ugin or resolve an Ugin? Yeah, bring in Spatial. Spatial's like that 100%. Go down on waste. Oh, cut the waste. Yeah, you can cut a waste. But what else is there for the Ugin? Go to like 25. 25 lands. 25 lands. Could do this. I gotta do this to see what happens. Like, a Snaring Bridge, I think, is trash, because they're all fucking 1/1s anyway when they attack. Try this again. You know what? I forgot to post something in Facebook about this in the Facebook group. Let me do that real quick. Alright. This is an easy mulligan, as we don't have any mana, since someone just told me to cut a land. Alright. Alright, this is an easy keep. This is an easy fucking keep. We just get rid of Glimmer Post. The opponent is mulliganing. Highly recommend, if you guys want to win, if anyone wants to win in chat, you just need your opponent to mulligan to Oblivion and not play Magic. I am a big fan of that. I just bottom a Glimmer Post and we rip another one. Slam some Spyglasses down. Crop rotation, brainstorm, ink more next. Alright, easy mode. They do have Force of Vigor here, which is gonna be a fucking issue probably. It's actually a big issue. I don't even want to. So I could try to bait them by playing one of these monoliths. Maybe they'll want a Force of Vigor. I was gonna pass. Cause I think if it's just Ink Moth, they probably won't. Hey Blackhawk, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Glad you could join some post stream. I'm surprised they didn't end of turn brainstorm there to try to find some pump spells to go for a win. Forest, okay. The big thing is that their hand is brainstorm, unknown. Let's see. Definitely could have a Force of Will here, right? They could have a Daze. Do we want to play into Daze? You could put Ballista. We could put Ballista on 3 if we wanted. I guess no. You could play another Monolith. We could do something like this, right? Just play it for 6. They have Brainstorm unknown, so they're brainstorming. They have to hit like exactly Force blue card, or they could hit another Force Vigor green card, I guess. Alright, resolved. That's solid. The nice thing is next turn we can actually, like, we have 4 mana, we could just pump this up. Pendelhaven. Pendelhaven's the fucking bane of my existence. But we're still in a good spot. We still have the ability to just pay, like, we wait for end of turn and can go, wow, they're animating. That's a bold play. Right? Because I just wait till end of turn and then do it twice. And if they use like a pump spell, I'm fine with that. Like I could kill my Ballista here, or I could just untap and pump it again. Yeah, you're using Invigorate there? Sure. Okay. Now we put a +1/+1 counter there. Do I want to play this Vesuva out? I don't think so. There's really no benefit. Alright. Animate the Ink Moth again, sure. Actually, that was silly. I should have pumped one more time. Yeah, I think I gave up a point there. I should have just untapped with my Ballista to get it up to 3 counters. That was a silly mistake. Hopefully it doesn't cost us. We haven't been punished yet. Void Mirror? I did not see Void Mirror. That's a new MH2 card. That's pretty, sounds interesting. Look it up after this match. Yeah, I feel really silly about pinging that last turn. This thing should have 3 counters on it. Alright. Elf. 2 creatures of Pendelhaven. Alright, so Ulamog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to pass. And I will use the mana to untap a Grim Monolith and then cast Ulamog, targeting both the infect creatures. Wow. Huh. That's interesting. Alright, so we're going to untap Grim Monolith here. They drew another threat, which is a little annoying. Um, so the plan here... Holy shit, I have a lot of mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to tag Ink Moth Nexus since it flies, and a Glistener Elf. And they concede. When a player casts a spell, if no colored mana was counter that spell. That's so fucking stupid. Holy shit. Way to... That's comical. Talk about, like... like, barely trying to keep an archetype alive, and they're like, fuck you. Holy shit. Oops. That was the wrong button. That card seems pretty absurd. 2 mana artifact. Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Oh, it stops Force of Will. Yeah, because no colored mana was spent. Wow. Fuck, that card's... Oh, on the play. See, guys, it's just that's all you have to do. That's all you have to do in Magic. I think this is a keep. Malamute. This guy always plays like fucking Food Chain. It's always some nonsense deck that beats me. It's like Food Chain or Allurin, and I just get stomped. Yeah, last seen playing Food Chain 2 days ago. This deck does nothing. You need to have exactly Sphere of Resistance. How fast can I get an Ugin, an Ulamog out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can get a turn 4. I can play a turn 4 so they can go on turn 3. At turn 3 they could combo. They can combo off on like turn 2 technically, I think, but God, this is so fucking close in my opinion. I'm gonna keep it. The only hand that is like actually good against Food Chain is the one with the Sphere of Resistance, so let's just have them mulligan to Oblivion, huh? Let's just do that. That sounds like it would be great fun. Yeah, Vista. He's gonna play like some sort of a ramp creature. We're just so dead. Yep. This matchup is just unbearable. Hold on, let me say something. Does that change the math at all? I play this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. Oh man, it's gonna be. We're gonna be one short. Yeah, we're gonna be one short. Rough. Odds are they're gonna play like Teferi on turn 2 to bounce my monolith anyway. So. Told you, real skill game, Magic. Knew that was happening. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. I technically have an Ulamog next turn. If we're not dead. If we're not dead, we actually have an Ulamog next turn. So that's in which case we just hit like Forest Noble. And we still have Karn in the back pocket. So I mean you could say it looks like a mole, but let's see. Playing a Noble. So that means we Ulamog. Wow, Sphere. Not playing that. Got to plow for it. You got me? Sure, sure, sure. Oh, Ice Quaddle. That's not a plow. So we can still die next turn if they have land Eternal Scourge. So it'd be kind of insane through a turn 4 mole. Oh, they do the plow then? Sure. Makes sense. A Ballista. What can Karn get? Karn really can't get anything that's impressive. We can play Ballista for 2 and then Sphere. And ping Teferi. Force pitching Mist Hologriffin. Frustrate the hell out of me. I'm ready for it. Brainstorm. Okay. Definitely not out of the woods. Our mana's a little constricted. We didn't draw any post lands. We just drew the temples. So forcing here. Pitching Ice Fang. Okay. And I'll ping Teferi so you can't get a free card. Sure, we take one. Not in a great spot. Like I said, this deck is just like the absolute worst case scenario. Now I have to ping. Are they green sunning? Got a green sun in the deck? Why wouldn't you run? Oh, Ballista for 2. Sure. Sure. Okay. Wow, that's a good draw. Karn. Karn's also a good draw because that stops the kill and they can't actually pump this. Wow, I think the play is just Karn tick up. Yeah, I think it's Karn tick up. What a weird match. Really, really interesting match. Ballista ping here. So we can ping their Ballista to make sure it dies. We could ping icing so they don't like draw a card with Teth, an extra card. I'm actually gonna ping the icing because that also makes 3 mana with food chain. So we'll just tick up here and say go. And just battle of the bullshit planeswalkers. Just bouncing Ballista to replay it for like 2 instead. Okay. That's fine. If we draw a land. Yes. Go. Wow. Got it. Let me tell you, this flagship is just absolutely insane. That card was a Mirage Mirror in like the shell I was looking at, but this card is just like, oh, it's so busted. All right, so this matchup is like I had said. I think this one's basically unwinnable. We're gonna be on the draw, so that means we're gonna lose. I'm gonna bring in Spatial Contortions to tag Noble Hierarchs. I'm gonna leave in Spyglasses for Ballista and Teferi. The cards that cut. Chalice is just gonna hit at most 12 cards, and they have Teferi to bounce it anyway. Is there anything we want in the main deck over Chalice that'll be too hard to get with the Karn? Mm, we could leave one Chalice, I guess. I don't think I'm ever gonna get Forsaken Monument. Maybe just having that in the deck. They probably have Collector Oof, right? So Spatial Contortion, and that's really it. Alright, let's try it. Alright. Let's see what we can do. They probably also have back to basics, right? Like post boards matchups probably fucking unwinnable. So I'm gonna keep because it has a sphere, which is one of the only cards that has text in the matchup. It does make Ulamog harder to cast, but just having something with actual text seems nice. Yeah, I'm gonna go sphere. And they're forcing the sphere with the Mist Hollow Griffin sets free. Okay. Play like a Collector Oof. Collector Oof would be pretty irritating. Manipulate Fate. God, this card's so fucking busted. That's such a good card. Doesn't look like they have back to basics, which is good. Spyglass. Yeah, I'm gonna Spyglass. Maybe we get lucky and like tag a land or something. Yeah, we tag a land. Flooded Strand. And they haven't used Flooded Strand, so there's probably like 3 more in the deck. They drew a Vista. A little annoying. So they play Ranger Captain. Which gets just Ballista, probably, right? Oh, they're gonna get Noble Hierarch, sure. Oh, I guess it's a green card, so that makes sense. So we'll play Blast Zone, Grim Monolith, Golos. Yes, and we'll just get and this we have a Forsaken Monument, which is pretty sick. So 1, 2, yeah, I'm gonna get an Eldrazi Temple, I think. Hey, what's up, Straz? How are you? Hope you're doing well. I'm ready for a Force the Vigor here. Yep. Okay. So they have Flooded Strand, Unknown. Did they top deck Food Chain? That'd be really annoying. No. Oh, just playing a Mist Griffin. That's acceptable. Sure. Wow, that's frustrating. Play a Forsaken Monument and pass. Another Flooded Strand. So we take 6 here. They're gonna sack this. Okay. So, what do we have here? We have to play Ulamog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we get to gain 2 life. So we're going to tag a green source and the Griffin so that we don't die to attacks. Probably have a hard cast Forcible here, by the way they played. Food Chain is a very difficult matchup, yes. Agree 100%. I was just talking about that. Yep, there's the Hardcast Forest we thought about, and we gain 2 life. I could play a Ballista here, but it's probably not worth it. They're going to replay a Griffin. Yeah, you got a Griffin. I think I could play a Ballista here. For 6, which is just fucking bananas, right? Go. Uro would be scary if I didn't have the other Ulamog. So, yeah, and they're just going to play an Eternal Scourge. So I think we're good here. What can we draw? We can draw what's his name is an automatic win. That Basalt Monolith. Nope. Ugin is still quite good though. So we can exile this, I guess. So let's just ping that, get that out of here, right? Like, I think we want to play. How do we lose? If they top deck Food Chain, we can't lose because they don't have any creatures in play. So I think we just get Ugin into play. Yeah. I forgot this has an extra 2 power from the monument. Brainstorm. Phil Collins, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. That turn, I wonder if there's a way to get lethal. I probably was, right? Because I spent 8 mana here. So I could have put 2 counters on this. It would have... Yeah, got it. I actually got it. Wow. Alright. Well, yeah, it's funny. It's like fucking around. All right. One more. Have you been liking Monument? Does it help a lot? This is the first league I've done with it, and it actually seems very good. Yeah, we're running two with two Basalt Monolith to get infinite mana. We assembled it once first Infect to make an infinitely big Walking Ballista, so that was great. Um, Aside from that, I didn't really. I don't think I noticed it, so it's hard to say. But it helps when you like say you have 5 mana, like you have awkward lands like Thespian Stage and this and that, and you could just it just doubles it. So all of a sudden you're up to Ulamog mana, which is pretty sick. So I'm a big fan of that. So let's go to number 5. Dex felt pretty good. Let me put it up. There you go. Um, so you have your wish package, your graveyard side in, and then your two spatial contortions, which is like a pet card of mine. I think you've been needing it because of Collector Roof being everywhere, Delver and whatnot. So the spyglasses in the main deck have felt very good. Inkmoth Nexus, Helm of Obedience versus Stompy deck, Teferi, tagging Fetchland. And they just gets Force of Vigored. Like they Force of Vigor a spyglass instead of your big threat, which is pretty great. Yeah, overall I've been enjoying it. There hasn't been too many awkward hands, which I was surprised about. Uh, but it just is like it has like a pretty nice balance going from early turn, late turn, uh, which has felt pretty good. Like your Thought Knots and Karns into like your Forsaken Monument in here, and then into your Ulamog to top it off. Oh, the ship is my absolute card that you need to run if you're running Karn. If you're running Karn in any heavy artifact deck, Sky Sovereign is bananas. That card is just so excellent. I can't talk enough about it. Being able to kill Oof or just a number of other things. Like it could kill a Flying Delver, it could kill a Whale, it could kill all that stuff. Um, it's been very, very impressive. So like I don't know, the Forsaken Monument is probably cheeky. I don't know when I would want that to be honest. Maybe Forsaken Monument should just be another spatial contortion. Use something like that. Um, but otherwise, it seems to make sense. So yeah, no, you can't say yeah. They need to have like Giver of Runes or something like wacky. So it feels really, really nice. You don't like sometimes you get the only time I've seen it awkward is when they have to have like Oof and Gaddock So like that's like if you have both, you still have Spatial Contortion as an out, but I mean it's sort of like good job if you have like two Hate Bears against my deck. All right, we have found an opponent. Let's see what happens. Let's see how much of a professional we are. And we won the die roll again. So I believe that's 5 die rolls in a row. Yeah. If you want to win, that's a good start. This is a keep. This hand is pretty nice. This is a pretty nice hand. So let's see if we can finish it off. Go Maze. Underground Sea, Ponder. So are we thinking it's Storm? What are we thinking? It has to Underground Sea Ponder, right? It has to be some sort of a broken combo deck. Um, hopefully they shuffled. They did not shuffle. Let's scry. Try to find like a Chalice maybe or a Thorn. Another Thought Knot Seer. I'm probably in the market for a second Thought Knot Seer. In case it's something like Doomsday that's going to counter the first one, or we have a second one. There's the Force of Will pitching a Whale. Oh, so it's a fair deck. Okay, then I'm very happy I kept the other Thought Knot Seer. Having a Whale, interesting. 2 mana, Baleful Strix. Not a card we care very much about. It's weird that you're bottom the Monolith. I think that's a little strange. You're gonna force a Thought Knot Seer when you have a Baleful Strix to sort of eat it up, and they knew about the draw from Ponder, so just We're gonna run another Thought Seer out there. Let's see what they have. Oh, it's Grixis, huh? Look at this, a little old Grixis here. We're gonna take the Culligan's command because Snap doesn't really have any good targets right now, and we're just gonna play a Cloud Post now that we know we could play a longer game. There's no need to play another Ancient Tomb. So it's just Grixis control with Whale, which is interesting. That's something. Yeah, I'm gonna try to Black Hawk. See what we could do. Fetching here is no good. Hopefully it's just a Snap Ponder. Um, and nothing that is gonna piss me off. Yep, there's a Snapcaster. You could argue I was supposed to take Snapcaster with the Thought Seer. Oh, that's weird. But I think the Culligan's command is just too devastating. It's better just to have it exiled, so I can't get snapped back later in the game. Also, let's see what they do with this Ponder. They chose not to shuffle again, so they know what they're up against, and they've not shuffled with their Ponders. Chalice, I'm actually going to bottom. A lot of their good cards are 2 and 3 mana. A Ballista is absolutely fucking comical here. We just play it for 3, and they need to have Force Blue card in hand. They do not. Yeah, we're just going to clear the way. All right, and whenever we want, we get to activate Maze Mind to gain 4 life. So that's pretty solid. Cling a Scalding Tarn to draw a card, sure. Lightning Bolt my Walking Ballista, sure, I ping you. And they have another Baleful Strix, sure. Okay. Golos is a great draw. So we go use Karn. Yes. And we can use Karn to get a bunch of stuff here. I actually don't even know what I want. Maybe I was supposed to tick up for a turn. We can actually just get Ballista here if we want to ping the Strix attack for 4, which I really don't hate at all. Because they want to answer Karn and they have to answer Thought Seer since they're already at 9 life. And we can just gain 4 and get Lattice next turn, so they have a land, and they're fetching. Let's see what's happening here. Oh, fetch and Fatal Push to draw a card. That's a start for them. I actually may use this Maze Mind Tomb without drawing a card just to gain the 4 life here. Stay on curve. Nice. I'm going to bottom the second Golos. Caracas is just a great draw. The question is, do we go for the win? Or do we just play Golos? We lose to any K command if that's the case. So I think I'm actually just going to play it slow. Play a Golos with Caracas to protect it. We'll search up a Cascading Cataracts. I could -2 here to like just get a Chalice on 1 down, which I actually don't hate. It helps play around a lot of the things that they could have, so it's just Chalice on 1 to shut off all the Brainstorms, Ponders, Bolts, Fatal Pushes. Huh. What's happening here is probably something that's going to annoy me. Are they just flashing back Cling to Dust? That's what I think it is. Okay. Alright, and so now we have Cascading Cataracts next turn. We have a Karn. We have Karakas protecting the Golos. We're in just a fine spot. I can't cantrip. Alright. How much damage do you have to take to activate this fucking guy? So it's 7 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because this costs 5, right? So 5 and then 6, 7. So I only have to take 2, I guess. Let's see what we hit. Ugin? Is that a good one? And alright, going to game 2. Now, what do we want against control? Grixis, unlike Bant, I think I want Leyline of the Void. They rely a lot on Snapcaster, Kolaghan's Command recurring value, and they also don't have Teferi to bounce it. They may have Brazen Borrower, but I guess if you have it, you have it. I think I'm going to cut the Chalices as they are running main deck K Command, which is an answer to Chalice, and this probably just won't hit that many things. Cut one more. What's one more thing we can cut? We can cut Maze My Tomb MVP there, by the way, gaining 4 life and finding us some good cards. But what is the cut? What is the cut? Forsaken Monument, maybe? Because it's just an artifact that does nothing on its own. We may face Back to Basics or Blood Moon. Based on their mana base, I'm going to think that it's going to be Blood Moon, which is way easier to fight through than Back to Basics. So let's hope it's Blood Moon. And I'm going to cut a land, potentially. I'm going to cut a Vesuva. Go to 25 lands. Let's try that on the draw. Spyglass? No. Spyglass, I understand Spyglass gets K commanded, but making like you can put them in a position where you can like name like a Liliana, of the Last Hope that they're gonna like ult with, or a Jace, and you like have to make sure that they hit it. I just like, and not only that, but looking at their hand, it lets you know what to play around. Fuck, this sucks. This is an easy mulligan, unfortunately. One more land and I would keep it, but what did the opponent do? Opponent snap kept, so let's mull. Wow, this is a weird one. I really don't want to mulligan against the Thoughtseize deck, so I'm going to keep this. And I'm going to bottom the second sphere, because I don't really have a lot of mana to play around that sphere anyway. So, yeah, so they're basic. So we're going to Vesuva the basic island in case they do have back to basics. Let's see. What did they do at Ponder? They did not shuffle with Ponder, and now they're brainstorming. So odds are they're not locked up. Yep, there it is. No hand disruption is nice. Damn, Cloud Post a little late to the party. Glimmer Post. I am going to play a Sphere of Resistance here, because that will stop a Back to Basics or Blood Moon from coming down next turn. Like I said, we're really hoping that it's, if it is a land hate card, that it's Blood Moon and not Back to Basics. Yep, they obviously are preparing for some sort of land hate card to frustrate us. So, So they could play something for 2 mana here, perhaps Baleful Strix. Or if they're going to get a dual land, they could him us, which could be devastating. So let's hope that they don't get like a Badlands. and him us. Oh, they got an island to play Baleful Strix. Sure. So now we will Spyglass them, knowing that it'll resolve, potentially shutting off a fetch. They have Scalding Tarn, Bloodstained Mire. So they can snap Brainstorm, but they wouldn't be able to get rid of that second land. So we're gonna name. They used one Scalding Tarn. They probably have 4 Tarns. No, they definitely have 4 Deltas, and probably a split between Tarn and Mire. So I think I'm gonna name Mire. This is an interesting position as they kept a 7 with no land hate, which is pretty bizarre. So that's a good draw. That's a really good draw, actually. That will actually allow us to Thought Not Seer here. Because they had the Liliana Triumph in hand, so we could take that. Or they have to force getting rid of a Snapcaster. Nope, this resolves. And their hand is wow, they didn't want to force getting rid of a Snapcaster? That's crazy. I'm gonna take the Triumph as their only removal spell. So Snap, Force. Definitely a hand we'll have to battle through. We do have the Eye. We have a Cloud Post. So we have the tools that we could definitely get through. As long as they continue to not draw land hate, we have a chance. Yeah, just attacking with 1, fine by me. Slows them down a little. That's a good draw. It's another card with text. So we'll play the Cloud Post out. That's easy. The question is, do we want to Spyglass again? I don't think we want to Spyglass. If they had like a Jace, they would have played it. So I think just getting Grim Monolith down before they can hardcast a Force on the Grim Monolith seems pretty good. And we just sort of pass the turn. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. An untapped land or a Cloud Post would be excellent, so we can activate Eye without using Grim Monolith. Let's see if we could achieve that feat. Alright, they're fetching. That's not good. That's not good. For a Badlands. If this is him, it's pretty frustrating. Oh, fetch Fatal Push. Fatal Push is a very strange card to leave in the deck. It literally only hits Thought Not Seer, and it gets hit by Chalice on 1. When you have like Liliana Triumphs and Baleful Strixes to block, it seems like a very strange card, in my opinion. I won't pretend to be some sort of Grixis master, but it just seems very strange. So if we activate this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we can get something, but it'll get forced. I'm actually gonna just play Maze Mind Tome here, and I think just draw a card actually, if this resolves. If it doesn't resolve, I'll play the other Spyglass. If they force this pitching a Snapcaster, I feel pretty good. Yeah, they're forcing it. Force pitching Snapcaster. So their hand is Snap, Bloodstained Unknown. Let's see what the last card is. Let's play this out in case they have a him. A Scalding Tarn. Whoops. Scolding Tarn. Oh, I got rid of it. So they have Bloodstained Mire, Scolding Tarn, Snapcaster. Snapcaster Ponder costs like 5 mana. No, they drew the Blood Moon. Fucking brutal. Though, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One untapped land means I get to slam Ugin. Fucking, oh my god, this game is so easy. I don't know if you guys have, like, ever had difficulty playing this game, but it's a super easy game to play. Oh, man. Man, Magic is consummate professional, so... I'm actually just going to straight up -3 right now, in case they have something like an Angrath Rampage and I get punked by trying to tick up. We got it! And that's the match. We got the 5-0 10-0. 5-0 10-0 with the Karn post. So, I just found it. That's Golos. She said not to play Golos. Alright, the deck clearly is perfect. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. Where is it? So let's go here. So we're gonna say 5-0. Okay. Yeah, so there you go. Just a clean 5-0 10-0. We beat and not only that, but let's just appreciate how quickly the matches went, right? 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 6 minutes, 3 minutes, 7 minutes, 4 minutes, 8 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 4 minutes. Literally not one 10-minute game the whole time, which is just something who doesn't have a lot of time to play Magic. How often do I stream? I'm trying to stream a little more. I'm trying to get affiliate, so I need to stream like 2 more times in the next couple days. But yeah, no, I've just started picking up a little more recently. I did it a couple years ago, so trying to now. I appreciate the compliment. I do enjoy playing this deck. I've played like Eldrazi in the past in paper, at SCGs to like decent finishes. So I do like this style deck, and every once in a while it's fun just to play like Chalice. So I was tired of getting shut down by Narsets and Leovolds and Hull Breachers, killing my brainstorm. So I said fuck it, and I played Mud, and now I was getting crushed with Mud. Recently a lot of people were just playing like the Life from the Loam decks, and I was just getting sort of annoyed by it. Uh, and I said, let me play one. So one of this had Spyglasses for the Wastelands, and it was a really nice league. Um, but yeah, so I think that's going to be it for me today. I just wanted to get the one league in, and there we go. My first trophy of the season. I've been slacking a lot of 4-1s with Mud, so to actually get a trophy with this deck, no less. One that I didn't have too much practice with, but just I really enjoyed it. It was really powerful. We went through a Blood Moon. Like I said, Blood Moon is back to basics is way scarier than Blood Moon. They go Blood Moon, we still can cast Karn and Ugin and Ulamog and all that. Like back to basics is the really brutal one. So we got very fortunate. Yeah, I understand what you're talking about. Yeah, so because one issue is a lot of good colorless cards were printed that weren't artifacts. So Metalworker, is sort of just shunned when you could play Eldrazi Temple, which is frustrating. Maybe they'll print some more good artifacts that can make it into Legacy, but it looks like the last one they printed is just gonna fuck over colorless decks. What is that called? Void something? The one that just came out? Void Mirror or something? But yeah. Anyway, that's it. So I appreciate everyone for stopping by. Follow, get a notification when I go live, etc., etc. And I'll definitely will be streaming other decks aside from colorless ones, but I'm on a colorless kick right now, so it'll probably be these for the near future. I'll have it in the title, whatever I'm playing though, at the time. So uh, the only thing I did switch is we had a Forsaken Monument in the sideboard for that league. I just cut it in for the third Spatial Contortion because I don't think it's necessary. I'd rather have more ways to kill Delvers or Collector Oost or something like that. Um, but yeah, Void Mirror. Yeah, it sounds miserable. So, all right. Well, thanks everyone. Take care and hope to see you another time.